Vakratunta Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Gurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvata. As usual, we would say that. Oh, 1 second. The sound is low. Okay. Thanks for reminding me that. How is it now?
It's good, sir.
Fine.
Okay. It's not. Oh, it's too much, I think, right? Now it's okay, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay, sir.
It's okay, right? At one point, I get the red one, the red indicator. Now it's all right, I think. Gajananam Bhuta Kanadi Sevitam Kapitta Jambu Falasara Bhakshitam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakaranam Namami Vigneshwara Pada Pankajam.
Sir, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheswaraha, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave.
Very good. In USA, cricket is not that popular, right? Or no cricket in US?
Not that popular, sir.
Okay. Isn't it
Sir,
wonderful to think that that in the same thing, some people are interested and some are not interested? Have you thought about that?
Sir, I always one sentence which I liked most. A word with different people, different word with each one.
But in US, they love other games, sir.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you say there are let's say you can you mention a game?
Soccer, sir.
Okay,
Football.
soccer.
I mean,
Okay.
American football. They love American football.
American football. Okay. And I think the rest of the world is not concerned about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, same way. Only we are concerned about astrology. Think about people who live without astrology. Yesterday, I met a very successful man for some other purpose. Extremely rich, but he's doing a lot of good work. He's renovating temples in North India. He has his own school, college. He does a lot of good things, actually. And there was a situation where a meeting was happening and we got introduced to each other. Somebody from the BJP was conducting the meeting. And he pointed out that, this person is an astrologer. And obviously he used some superlative terms. But then he said that, I don't believe in all that. I just believe in hard work.
Sir, I have seen few charts, sir.
Mm.
I have found the pattern. The people who have the very strong 10th house,
Okay.
they don't believe in astrology. Like they say, you do your work.
Okay.
You pray God. You pray to the God. Whatever is written in destiny, nobody can change. So what best we can do is we do our duty.
Mm.
The rest God will take care.
Yeah, he almost said the same thing. That's very interesting. He said the same thing.
Because even my father tells the same, so he doesn't believe in astrology much. He has a very strong 10th house.
Yeah, but
Okay,
apart from that, what he said was, wait, I'll come back to you. Apart from that, what he said was, when my Vastu person tells don't keep this here, I will intentionally keep it there and prove him wrong. If you tell me something about astrology, I will do something against it. If you tell me don't start it this time, I'll start it and show and make it a success. And like that, he argued.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept quiet. I didn't try to defend astrology or anything.
Maybe it's
actually
strong
very
10th house and a weak 9th house.
Yeah, it's not about the horoscope. I'm talking about the general world. So what is important to you is of no consequence to someone else, or maybe even the majority of people. Certain things are common, I think. Certain things are common. Everybody needs certain things, but the rest of it is only you are interested and not others. So right now everybody is staring at the the cricket match, that every run matters. But when the game is over, there won't be anything there. They won't know what you did with this, and what did you gain by watching it. Everything is, you can usually use the appropriate word, which we normally get confused in life as Maya. This is the real Maya, actually. So there is truth and not so important kind of activities. But to that person who's doing it, that is the world. If you look at a person in bhakti, only God. Like some people have this one God concept, and devotion has reached its peak, like in the case of Meera to Lord Sri Krishna. So only that matters to them.
Yes, sir. In Maharashtra, there was saint called Gora Kumar. He was so in the bhakti of Sri Vittala, say Krishna only, the form of Sri Krishna, and there is a saying that in the chanting he forgot that his son came in the mud. He was a Kumbar. Kumbar is the one who makes clay pots.
Oh, that pot. What is that? That wheel. There'll be a wheel, right?
Yes,
I forgot the name of that wheel.
Yes. And then that his child came in the clay. It was a small child, and then he lost.
He didn't even know it.
He didn't even know it. He kept chanting. So there is a step dedicated to him in Pandharpur. He is the Vittala.
Vittala, okay.
Yeah, Sri Vittala. Yeah.
I think they use this word laya, right? Laya. And so many, each one has his own fifth of stuff, I think. So they'll have some people alcohol, or some will have drugs, or some will have something else. And then that only be the truth in life. It's so important. So what is your world might be actually non-existing for the other person. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Right now outside, 3 people are watching on Tata Sky the game. For me, it's of no use. And for you also, it is of no use, I think. That's why you're here. So there is a beautiful verse from Bhagavad Gita. I think in one of the revision class, I think I discussed it. Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam. Have you heard of that?
Yes, sir. You did tell on the Ganesh Chaturthi day.
Correct. So what is the meaning of that? What is night for all beings is the time of awakening of the self-controlled. And the time of awakening for all beings is night for the introspective sage. Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani Sa Nisha Pashyato Munihi. So the Muni doesn't, he looks at it differently. So what is your world will be actually absent for someone else. Your desire. So look at this man who's got around 2,500 crores of rupees with him. So for him, he says, what Rahu Galam Yamagantam, all simple, useless, waste of time. Just do your work. Don't bother. Have you heard of people who are very healthy saying, what is the use of all this exercise and, good food, bad food? Eat anything you want, nothing's going to happen. Anyway, some people have joined. So, see, I am deliberately choosing certain horoscopes. But this will be like simple things. Am I recording this? Yeah, I'm recording. So, share screen. So why did I say all this? Is because For a renowned person, all these 2,500 crores, what will he say about that? What will he say?
Money gives no happiness.
He will say that, right? So each one will say something that he or she likes. So everybody has his own truth. So in this kind of a world, we are introducing one more complex thing called astrology. There is a TV program in on the Tamil channel. 2 or 3 people were just screaming, one doctor, one scientist. What kind of stupid thing this is? What is this astrology? And when you say an opinion about something, because you're not experienced in it, you may not know what is in it. And that's the problem. Many years back, I watched India-Pakistan match, and that day I told I never watch it again. It caused so much tension to me. After that, I stopped. It's the way you react to certain things. See, sometimes I'm purposely, doing something so that there'll be some confusion, and then you'll have to wade through the confusion. And so you'll know one of the big things in astrology, as in many things in life, is how to select, how to choose, how to say which one, like objective question paper, A, B, C, D, which one? And some of them are smartly done. It will be so close to each other, you won't know which one. Okay, we will call this number 1, okay? Because when you do the chat, you just say chat, chart is 1. So chart 1, and then type something. And don't make it very complex, unless there's some need for it. I will write down the degrees. Otherwise, at least in this chart, the Rashi chart and the Bhava chart are the same. It's not different. So if you ask me, then I can always tell you the degrees. Okay, but I'll not be able to give you date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth.
Sir, where is Mars?
No, let me ask the question. Then you will even figure whether you should ask a question or not. Simple question for chart number 1. Is this person close to father or close to mother? That's all. And for this, you can start typing in the chat. We will have 10 charts, and then we will stop.
So moon position is there?
Oh, okay. You should make a statement related to that. You say, no, I know that moon is the karaka for mother, and that's the reason why I'm asking, can you let me know moon? Like that. Okay. So let's try to focus on the combinations, the logics, reasoning, everything all together. Okay. So please rephrase your question.
Yes, that's for the same reason I asked. Karaka.
Yeah. Okay. So next time anybody asks, you please stick to that format of asking. Okay. Okay. Because all these videos will be watched by anybody who joins Patreon later on also. Okay. So we'll have to bear that in mind. Okay. Moon is here in the 11th. And when you place Ketu with in that place, you got to place Rahu here, right? So as and when you require me to, fix the planetary position, you will let me know. But these are all simple. It's just to, I'm not even selecting a page. I'm going serial order in my consultation notebook. Okay, I'll just flip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this book came into my hands, and when I knew that not many people are going to attend this session, so I changed it into this format. Okay, can you chat or start typing in the chat? People must have.
Sir, 4th house is afflicted, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
no, wait a minute.
Also,
what we have to do? So this is okay. Since this is chart 1, everybody can see. So you don't have to repeat it every time. At least somebody at one point say chart 1. chart 1 session starts. Okay, so we started already. Chart 2 session, you say chart 2 session started. So I'll try to do a little bit of editing in the video. So I'll try to put some text in between. Usually now I'm placing the text at the very end of the video when the recording is done. I'll try to do something about that. Okay, very good. See, now Rahul P to everyone, staying away from both, but he likes mother more than father. Interesting. Okay, now that you people are able to say so much, as soon as you make a statement, try to elaborate on it. Okay, because that gives you more, not just you a satisfaction, but to the rest of the class. Wow, beautiful point. And maybe God knows these videos might exist for how many years on the internet, and it's always there. So people can always.
I can elaborate my statement, sir.
Yeah.
About father, the 9th house, the sun moves to 8th, and so I don't think he is much fond of his father. The 12th from 9th, but same with even mother, both Saturn and Ketu afflicting 4th house of mother. But Ketu being there, I think he's feeling the problem of staying away from mother. I mean, he is feeling that much more because Ketu being there.
Okay.
Sir, can I add my points?
Yes.
Sir, where is Mars in this chart, sir? Just curious to know.
No, curiosity alone is not enough. You got to say, why do you want Mars?
So if there is further affliction on 9th house or 4th house, we can.
Right.
You want to check. You want to check. Okay, that's a valid point.
Yes, sir.
You want to know if something else is happening. Okay, yeah, we'll bring it there. But Mars is refusing to come in. Okay, now he's got in. Okay. Oh, was that the only planet left out? That's why. Okay.
Sir, I'll add my points.
Yes.
4th Lord in Lagna and 4th from Moon. Moon is unafflicted. So I would say it's like he's okay with mother.
What about why are you not giving importance to Saturn and Ketu in the 4th?
Sir, can I say something?
No,
Yes.
I'm.
Oh, sorry.
No. Wait. I think he has a point. Let him finish.
Okay.
Then he'll say he's done and he will go on mute, and then others will continue. Okay, like that we'll have PAE. How do you pronounce that? Pay. Somebody is there.
Yeah, I'm Divya. Sorry, it's my
Okay.
I put it as pay.
It's okay. Okay, now I'll remember. Divya. Okay. Now Divya will wait and Rupa will wait. Now who's speaking?
Ashwath here, sir.
Ashwath Manjunath. Okay, let us give a fair chance to everyone. Ashwath Manjunath.
Yes, sir. Why I more than why I told he's okay with mother than father is the Karaka of mother Moon is not that afflicted, and Jupiter being the lord of 4th is in Lagna. So those are 2 points. The Ketu being in 4th is like it gives a bit of detachment. Also, it affects the early stage of education, primary education kind of a thing.
Okay.
So, and of course, yes, Saturn and Ketu afflicted 4th house, but I'm just bringing the stack up here. So
okay.
So that was my point, sir.
Okay, so you finally concluded what? Closer to mother, closer to father?
Mother, closer to mother compared to father, yes.
Okay. In the end, I'll let you know also. Okay? In the end, I'll let you know. Now, who goes next? Divya. Divya is,
can go.
Divya is, I mean, everything is RAC, reservation against cancellation. Okay? So now it is Divya.
Okay, thanks, sir. So as per Vijay Kumar sir's theory, Saturn in the 4th, like Lord Ram, he's like pretty much, he or she is like a slave of mother, always wants mother's approval.
Okay.
And Ketu sort of takes away from the mother love. So like a divorced parent, like an absent mother or something of that sort. So I see more like damaged mommy issues here, like bad situation with mom, family mom sort of a thing with Saturn and Ketu. So it's like double whammy right happening here.
Okay.
That's my
Okay. Okay, thank you. And can you document what you said, Divya? Have you done it already? In the chat. I mean, documentation means you type it out in the chat. Make it short and sweet. It'll. I'm planning to put it up at the point where this discussion is happening. I don't know how much time that is going to take me. Anyway, at the end, the entire chat will be there. At the end of the video, also it will be there. I'm trying to bring it in between also. If I find any interesting answer, I'll place it. And if you people have maybe if you want to add your photo on it, you can send me your photos. It will be only for Patreon and YouTube membership. It won't be for public. Okay.
Sir, can I?
Yeah. Who is next? Rupa?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me a chance.
Yeah.
So, according to my analysis, the native is closer to mother. In fourth house, Saturn doesn't mean that he doesn't like mother. Similar way, in seventh house, Saturn doesn't mean that the person will not get married or doesn't like the wife. In fact, Saturn is a sticky planet. Might be mother's health might be an issue, but that doesn't mean. And also we should see, and fourth Lord Jupiter is in ascendant. That shows that the person is very, very close to mother. Now we should always also check from moon. Now in the D1, anyways, ninth Lord Sun is in 8th with Mercury. And from the moon chart also, the ninth Lord Mercury is again afflicted. And in ninth Mars is anyways there. So ninth house is more afflicted. So according to my analysis, sir, it is the natives is more attached to mother than the father.
Okay. Please document this in the chat.
Sure, sir.
Take your own time.
Thank you, sir.
So right now I cannot give you any clue about which is the truth. The question again for those who joined late is chart number 1. This is, and the question is very simple. Stay focused. Don't digress. Don't go away from the topic. And the topic is this person. It's from my point of view, like that. That this person will say, from my point of view, I love my mother, I love my father. Which one is true? Or I hate my mother, I hate my father. Whatever. Okay, only these two. Don't go anywhere else, because we go anywhere else, we can discuss one chart for next even 1 year. So much is possible in astrology.
I hate my father.
Pardon me? Who is next?
I hate my father. I don't know.
No, Sudarshan, you're going to speak, right?
If you allow, yeah.
Yeah.
I from my whatever that I understood, ninth house represents father, and ninth house has sun, which represents father. So I don't know if it's the Karago Bhavasti works in this situation.
Sun is in which house?
Sun is in the ninth house.
Okay. So okay, for I'll renumber.
Oh, sorry, my mistake.
No issues, no issues.
I think it's.
I'll number it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, the easy way to do this is go straight opposite ascendant, and that's 7 without counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah. You can look at the angles also, no? The 159 will be equidistant, but 8 will be twisted. So when it is twisted, you know it's 8th house. Okay?
Right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no issues. 6 and 12 is twisted from Lagna, 1-7 axis. That's why 6 and 12 are the most troublesome houses. And then again, from first house, again 8th is also twisted. So that's why 6, 8, and 12 are bad houses.
Okay. Thank you.
You want to make another attempt with now that you know the numbers?
I mean, the only one thing I'm thinking is that first house Lord is in first house. right? And then fourth, like other people said, fourth house, comfort and mother, it has Shani and Ketu, so there may be some disturbance with respect to comfort and mother. And eighth house has sun, which represents father. So it can still mean that there might be some distance between the person and the father in maybe, and it is sitting in Karkataka's house, which is a watery sign. So there may still be distance from each other.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
please kindly document what you said. Okay. If you're using pseudonyms for profile names, you can actually type out in the chat. At least you can type your real name and say you spoke this. You wrote this. Okay. Now, who goes next? Shakti.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. So, sir, I'll just do an analysis first. So, going to the fourth house, mother. So, first I take the bhava. So, the bhava is afflicted by Saturn and Rahu Ketu both. It's on the axis of Rahu Ketu, and Saturn is there. However, the bhavesh, that is Jupiter, the lord of the fourth house, that is in Lagna, which is a positive sign. Moon, though it is in 11th house, it is good in a way, but if I see, then from 4th house it has moved to 8th. So again, the bhavesh there, the moon is afflicted here. Sorry, the karaka has a mild affliction, and it is not stabilized by anything. It doesn't has an aspect of any positive, Jupiter, Venus. Neither the bhava has the aspect, the 4th house, nor the bhavesha has the aspect. No positive aspect is there. Actually, the bhavesh, which is Jupiter, is having the aspect of Mars. So it is afflicted there. Okay. The Karaka moon also doesn't have a positive aspect. Now I'll move to the father's house, which is 9th house. So 9th house, again, the bhavesh, the bhava, which is 9th, it doesn't have a malefic aspect, but it is in Papakartari. Not pure, but yeah, Sun and Rahu are hemming it in the 9th house. Jupiter is, however, aspecting it. So it has the 9th house is getting stabilized by Jupiter. However, the bhavesh, which is Sun, and it is also the Karaka, it is in not only in the 8th house, it is also in 12th with itself.
Okay.
But then Jupiter is also partially Karaka of 9th house. That is there in Lagna.
Got it.
Okay, so I would give a slight positive point to the father's house, then the mother's house.
Okay, please kindly document it.
Sure, sir.
Okay. We are all learning, so don't feel shy. What will happen in the end? We'll come to know the answer. What did I speak? Or anything. Yes. Don't just bother. We are only practicing. Okay. Okay. Yes. Who goes next? Thank you. So who goes next? Tejaswini, right?
Namaste, sir. Yeah, Tejaswini.
Yes. I want to say Tejaswini and then I had to. Yeah, sorry.
I don't know why they added that H in between.
Oh, yeah, that's why I saw that.
It was given to the school.
Or maybe numerology adjustment. What is, when you reduce it to number, what is the number you can check if it is favorable to your ascendant? It will be, lucky. You always say is like that. Tejaswini. Okay.
I have never checked all that, sir. Okay. And so I say to the people, whoever whoever struggle, I say H is silent in my name.
H is silent. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Sir, we are getting more participants now. Suddenly people are getting in, I think. Yeah. Into the mood.
Sir, I always want to attend, but this is the time I always have to feed my baby and cook and clean up and stuff. So I don't know, today we all finished early. So
good.
Thank God for that. Sir, yeah, the points which are given before me, especially the last three have been now, they have almost completed most of the important points that had to be said.
Okay, I will just add on. In that case, you can just take a stance. The person likes the mother more, or the person likes the father more, or hates the mother or hates the father, whichever, and then you can continue with the discussion.
The person doesn't like the mother, but he is obsessed with her approval. Father is better in that way. There is, even though there are malefics with the father's, father related. Son is 12th from from 12th from the 9th house. The son is in the 8th house, and that is the only negative point that I can say. Even though Mars and Rahu are around the sun, they don't contribute much when it comes to the relationship between the person and the father. So his relationship is better with father, but he is obsessed with mother's approval. He wants to take care of the mother. He wants to spend money on mother and that kind of a thing. He likes his father better than the mother.
Okay. Yeah, that's what. Let's make it simple and do not elaborate more. Just this one, and then straight away the answer. We have a purpose for doing this. That's why I'm telling you. Okay, we are going to have this type of discussion regularly, because it is an art to know which one to take and which one to drop. If you become a master of that, then you can go to the next level in astrology. But the same situation happens everywhere in terms of decision making. Okay, good.
Okay,
now yes, Ashwatha is done. So when you're done, please put out your hands, because when you go to chart 2, you can always raise your hand. Is Anu finished before? Anu?
No, sir. I want to say something.
Please.
It's not only the 4th house is afflicted, 4th Lord is afflicted too.
Oh.
Both Saturn and Mars are aspecting Jupiter.
Okay.
So I feel like he doesn't have good relationship with his mother. He or she.
Okay.
And Sun, even though in Dhisthana, in 8th house, the dispositor is strong, Moon, in 11th house. So I feel like he's more close to, and we can check if we know the degrees of Jupiter and Sun, whether Jupiter is aspecting Sun or not. Since Jupiter is aspecting 9th house, if it is aspecting 9th Lord too, then it's positive.
Okay. Which means he will like his father. See, please understand, it is not about other people, how they look at him or her. Okay. It is like, let's say this is my chart. Then I'll say, I like my mother. I don't know about anything else about mother, whether she hates me or I've got separated from him. I got separated from my father. I hate my father. All this is only from my perspective. Okay. Me, that's it. And then with them, it's not about whether I'm actually living with them or separated, or maybe they're both gone. So we do not know any of that. And that, so here the question is liking. I like my mother. I like my father. I hate my father. I hate my mother. That's all. Only this. We are making it very simple. Okay. Okay, now what we'll do, because we'll run short of time, then we will only have two or three horoscopes. I try to make it at least.
Sir, I have one more point to say.
Yeah. Meanwhile, since we'll be moving to the next chart, you can quickly type out your views. It will get recorded. Yeah. Sridevi wants to say something.
Yes, sir.
Make it
so
sweet
even
and
though
short.
this even though I agree with all whoever provided about the 4th house and Saturn aspect.
No, you'll have to say what is your stance. Only then we'll know on whose side you are.
Right, sir. Even though Saturn is aspecting Jupiter as well as Mars is aspecting Jupiter, I would still consider that this person likes both mother and father, because this guy has Hamsa Yoga, sir. Especially being first lord in first house, and that too farming Hamsa Yoga. And ascendant has Jupiter is something special in Kendra. And even though he's not comfortable with them, he still likes them.
Okay.
He definitely stays away from motherland and mother, but he's obviously takes care of them, like even though he stays far away from them.
Okay. Done. Thank you. Can you document that, Sridevi?
Yes, sir.
I think most of you are saying this person is staying far away from parents. Is that right? I think I'm getting that idea.
Yes,
now.
sir.
Okay. This person is staying far away from parents. Good. Okay. Now think of that man who argued with me yesterday, but I didn't actually argue. He just made his statements. What will he say? How do you people find these things from just this planetary position? What kind of people you are? Right? With his 2,500 crores, he cannot say that. Maybe he can, because he can hire some police or some people and send them all over the world and find out where he is. Or maybe if he has some contacts in the passport office, he can find out. So many things he can do. It's not that he cannot find out. Okay, but this is quite different. We're giving a different meaning to life. We're looking at it in a very different way. So now what I'm going to do, all this is still chart one only. Okay, so there's still one only. But the charts are actually changing. This is called SAS. Anybody knows what is SAS? I mean, it just it doesn't mean anything to you, right? Because it's the way I write it down. Okay, don't bother. Sarvashaka Varga. Okay. In Sarvashaka Varga, again, obviously the ascendant is here only, right? It doesn't go anywhere. And in the fourth house, there are 35 points. And in the ninth house of Father, we have 24. As soon as you see this, all of you, now let's not talk about it, because we'll have to spend more time on it. In the chat, immediately you can say something about it. Okay. Now you know this is first house, this is fourth house, this is ninth house. Okay. And now I'll, whoever, this class, we found some people are on the opposite sides, but doesn't matter. But with practice, you can all get the same answer. But it's very tough. I can understand that. Okay, so I move from here to. Have you done the in the chat? Have you all typed? Just that you got some new information. Does it change anything that you spoke so far? Can we use this information? Okay.
Sorry, sir. Did we reveal that? Sorry, I was away. Sorry.
This is Ashtaka Varga of the same person, chart 1. Okay. Sarvashaka Varga.
Okay.
The number representation of planetary positions. Planets have now become numbers, right? That's what we taught in beginner's course. Planets have become numbers. Now, D12. What is that? What is this chart?
Relationship with parents.
Dwa, 2.
Dashamsha.
Yeah, Dashamsa 10. 10 plus 2, 12. Dwa, Dashamsa. Now what I'm going to do? Ascendant is here. I'm not going to fill in everything, but I'll fill in only those that is relevant. As soon as I place it, immediately one of you can say something, anything extraordinary about this. Okay, if I place it here, what would you say?
Relationship with mother is not so good.
No. I simply say Venus is debilitated. Venus is Nicha.
Venus debilitated.
Yeah, then we'll try to find out
Ninth
what
Lord
Venus.
and fourth Lord debilitated.
This is the thing. Okay, this is the original position. D12.
Now exalted.
Now exalted, right? This is the reality. This chart's Venus is here. And now I'm going to give you fresh information. that
both father and mother.
Rahu is here and Ketu is here. And the sun for some reason came here. I think this is enough.
Then it's definitely a mother. Like he loves mother more than father.
He loves mother more than father.
Where is moon, sir?
Sir, where is ascendant, sir?
Ascendant already placed, no?
It's Kumbha Lagna.
Aquarius.
Sir, ascendant lord, sir?
Ascendant lord, sir.
See, okay.
But even ninth lord is exalted in this case, not only fourth lord.
Yeah, that's what. This is the problem with astrology. You got to know which one to take and which one to drop. Because Ashavarga gave you some clues, something you got from the main chart. Now D12 chart is giving something. That's why I purposely brought this horoscope, because we can easily confuse, support the opposite view also. But once you have these things, you have to swing to one side. Okay. In this, that's why I'm not introducing new planets, because it will take away the focus that you have. Like suppose you ask me about where is Saturn. There's no need to ask in this case. D12, you have to only ask about Moon, Sun, fourth lord, ninth, fourth house, ninth house, fourth lord, ninth house. That's all. Nothing more. There's no need to bring in other planets. Of course, you can add all the planets, but it's just going to confuse you. That's all. Okay. Anybody wants
not
to
even
say
Lagna Lord, Guruji? Not even Lagna Lord of
Lagna Lord is okay, because Lagna Lord is important for every chart. Okay. But at least in D12, you have to give more importance to 4 and 9, fourth lord and ninth lord, afflictions, this, that, whatever you say, dignity, avasthas, we call it in astrology terms. Okay.
Guruji, where is moon in this chart?
When we did the Vimshopakabala, do you remember that which graha got the highest point in Vimshopaka calculation, that formula? That's Swa Vishwa into Varga Vishwa divided by 20, that formula. Remember in Vimshopakabala? Which one got the highest? Which is the highest for any graha in terms of avasthas?
16, sir?
No. In avasthas, I'm saying, which one is the highest?
Yuva Avastha.
Which one?
Yuva Avastha, Yuva.
No. I'll tell you which is the highest. That's why people are so proud. Huh?
Exalted?
Yes, exaltation is the highest one. And debilitation is the lowest one. Only in 1 degree. Actually, the real Ucha is only at 1 degree. But then we have to say that the entire sign is, and deviation from the exaltation point up to the debilitation, every degree it moves clockwise, it will get weaker and weaker. Exaltation, debilitation is a big thing in astrology. Okay. So now that you got 3 charts, you have this one, now you have this one. With all this, which side will you swing? Father or mother? I like my father, I like my mother, which is true.
Slightly more towards mother.
You can all type just one liner. Just one line. Chart 1 likes father more, mother more. Only one of them. Don't write 2. Just one, whichever you think. Because now we're only trying to, grading it. Okay. For father, I'll give you the answer now. This person, hates his father and loves his mother. Okay. In case of hating, what could be in support of that? Is it just the Lord of the 9th and the 8th? Going one step backwards, 8th is a Dushtana, 8th is a disappointment.
Also Karak, sir. Sun is also Karak.
Yeah, there are two things about that. Its Sun is Karak. And that Karak got debilitated in D12. And whenever Rahu, Ketu and Sun comes together, you know what that is? In any chart?
Pitradosha.
No, it is eclipse.
Eclipse, yeah.
It's always eclipse. See, this is where, on the date of the birth, there is no eclipse. This is a subtle chart. It's not the real planetary position. But this is the greatness of the rishis. How did they even think of divisional charts? There's seemingly no logic. The sun is not really here. The sun is only here in Karkataka, in Cancer. But somehow the sun got into D12 here. Is the person hating his father after he comes to know that in my D12 chart, Saturn and Rahu Ketu are on the same axis of 9th house affliction? Pitrudosh. Is he doing that? So what kind of science is this? Can you wonder at the science?
But moon is also on the same axis, D12.
Yeah, I know that. But we are able to pile up a lot of things on sun. That's why I intentionally pulled up this chart. Okay. Though I didn't want to make it random or, just picking up a thing. But I said in this notebook, the first one I'm going to use, I thought, and I opened the book and I found this.
I agree, father, but mother also.
No, you cannot argue about it because, no, wait a minute. The point is, the person is saying this, not me. You cannot say if I was this chart, I would have loved my father or I would love my mother.
No, sir. I'm just trying to understand what makes him love his mother, because that is also like.
Okay, now I'll tell you about this. Always, the lagna is I. Okay, you just use the word in me, inside me. If any planet is in ascendant, you'll have to say it's in me, it's inside me. Who is inside this person?
Fourth Lord.
Lagna Lord. I mean, fourth Lord.
Fourth Lord. And one planet is at one time me and my mother. One planet, the same planet. This is an approach many Western astrologers had used, believe it or not. If one planet becomes 3 and 6th Lord, it will be surely something to do with brothers for Tula Lagna people. Jupiter is 3 and 6. So, something about that would be like already confirmed just by Lagna itself. 4 and I, meaning I means 1, we are the same. Then in Sarvashavarga, I forgot to tell you one thing, that the 4th house has the maximum score in the entire chart. And barring the 7th house, which always gets low score in Sarvashavarga, always manages to get low score. That's the frequency. 9th house is, if you ignore the 7th house, this is the lowest score in the 9th. Then you come and see an eclipse happening on sun. Now we are only chasing sun. We're chasing the clue. Where is sun? Where is sun? We are bothered. So like that, if you connect, you can easily come out of the confusion. Okay, if it's difficult, oh no, I don't know. I can fight on both sides. If you say it's good to practice like that. That's how you do it. What else? Yeah.
Sir, one more point to support that. In D12 chart, Saturn is also aspecting Sun in debilitated.
Yeah, one thing of all the people who noticed that there was affliction to the 4th house, this person moved away from parents at a very young age. Partly you're right, because there is a 4th house affliction. But I didn't say that. I asked, is it, the question is only about I like only. It's only my liking. It's not about what happened. I like is different, right? I'll simplify it. I like a girl. I love a girl, but that girl doesn't like me. That's a different point. So that's why I intentionally told, keep remembering this. I like is the point here. Okay. Are you with me in this? Are you able to understand? I like. So this is my, like, fourth house Lord is in me. It's in me. Okay.
So, sir, he's separated from both parents, but he likes mother.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. That is why both some of you who actually hinted at, oh no, I'm not very comfortable with this, Saturn, Ketu, this, that, everything is very young, goes away from parents.
Yes, sir. Like I said, no, that he craves for his mother. So I will not say, for me, it was not that he likes, maybe he misses his mother.
No.
Like,
The person is always in contact with mother. Every day they chat, all of that. So much love to mother. Okay. And I intentionally said, hates the father. Hates. It's not ordinary, I don't like you, not like that. Hate is different. Okay, got it.
Sir, I'm just asking one question from the general perspective, from the common man perspective. When we say that, see, this is an astrology, this is indicated in your chart, so you are hating the father. So I'm just asking a question, not as a student of astrology, but from the common man point of view, how astrology can help him to, suppose this person comes at the age of 30. By that time, he would have already hated his father. Suppose if he had...
you have to say, in the past life also, you hated your father. Okay, you didn't like your father. And you continue to do that even in this birth. Father is father. You cannot hate the father. It's called Pitru Dosham. Okay? It's a defect actually. You should say, you cannot hate anybody. You cannot hate your teacher. You cannot hate your God. You cannot hate anything of your ninth house.
I was just wondering if this person was taught this morals at the age of 10 or something. How different would have been his
For that, they should believe astrology. The parents should believe. They should say that let's work on this. Let's teach my son about gratitude. There is a hierarchy in the family. You have to fall on the ninth house feet. Parents. Actually, generally itself ninth house is parents, but more specifically father. And sun is a karaka. In D12 chart, in its chart, it got debilitated. That was the point. And in its chart, the eclipse happens where already the planet is in the 8th. So you should say this person has Pitru Dosha, has done a lot of failed in his or her duty in the past life with a father, and therefore this person has to change the habit. You cannot know for sure what's going to happen because this is what
avoid me, sir. You can't.
No, it's not true. No, it's not true. It is why you cannot avoid is because how do we know the answer for that question? We do not know what the person will choose. There are people who say, so what? I don't like my father. Let it be like that. I'm not bothered. Don't give me any remedies. And they're not even interested. And most of the time, young people will not be interested. It's only parents who come for consultation. So meanwhile, karma, everything will solidify. It will become solid until it reaches. It's all fixed now. Okay, you had your everything going according to your horoscope. Till such time, they won't believe astrologers. They'll say, I'm the greatest person in this world. I can do whatever I want. Nobody is great. All that. And afterwards, slowly they'll figure. By the time everything is done, that's the normal way karma unfolds. It won't give you a chance.
One common, you told in the past, suppose this can be corrected. I'm just rephrasing my
question is, Ashwath, if you say, can I correct my karma? That is your point. Because you say, I want to correct. But if you say, can he correct? How can you answer that question?
No, sir. I'm just telling in the common. Once you told that I practice to fly, that's never gonna happen, no, sir. Just like a bird, even if I practice for 10 years to fly.
That point I said only for. Don't think with effort you can always get everything you want. If it is not there in your horoscope, you cannot. Now, what happens here is, because this is the condition, in a vicious cycle, the father also will hate this person to fulfill that condition. Now, you cannot correct the father also. But when you start working on it, the father will somewhat, think, oh, why should I be so bad on this? There's a chance, but you got no other option now. I mean, that's just the option left. That's why they say everything is prefix, because nobody is willing to put in efforts. And whenever it concerns other people, it's not in their hands. Because here the mother will be inside her or him. I don't know what is the gender. Okay. So I'm not revealing it actually. So the question about all this is, suppose I'm talking to you about a man who's, forget astrology, philosophy, karma, everything. There's a man who's continuously drinking. I'm asking you a question. How to make him stop drinking? Or is it gone? Will never change. Don't bring any word of karma, fate, anything. Normal. Just the world of science. How to stop him drinking?
Take him to a rehabilitation center?
No. You cannot answer this question.
Tell him about the bad effects.
The point is, you cannot do anything about it because he never asked. He is not concerned.
If he didn't ask for help, then you shouldn't.
That is the point. That's the point in all this. So an astrological consultation and past life discussions, future, everything comes only when the person is interested. The person goes. Okay. So that's why I try to, end this kind of things, because there's no point talking about it, because it's like, then people will say, no, it's already prefixed. I can't do anything about it. That's why my son doesn't believe in all this. Look at my plight. I can't change it. That means what? Like that they can argue. Okay.
So when we saw that son was debilitated in detail, in this case it's a separation or hatred or something that worked. So is it not that father going away, father not departing from this world early?
Yeah, that has been slightly fulfilled, because anyway the child went away, right? And in the on the background, have a hatred between the father and the child. So it just made things worse, because now separated geographically and no connection, everything has fulfilled itself. So that is why.
Also, sun is in the 8th house, right? So there should be a sudden departure at all.
Yeah. So there are people who use this to explain, if they stay together, their father's life will go. Maybe the father has long life in his chart, in his karma, and it will become a contradiction. So it pushes the child away, again fulfilling the separation, again all that. But I spoke only about hatred or that liking part. It has hate now. In this, the opposite is a hate. I hate. I mean, if you really love and hate a person, only you know the intensity of these two words. You just think about in your mind right now, all of you, this person I love the most in this world. And you know what kind of feeling that will give you. And if you say, I hate this person the most, what kind of feeling that gives? It's very different. It's not ordinary. Okay. And that too, even in the animal world, at least for some time, until it's grown up, yesterday also I saw one crow threatening everybody whoever it thinks is coming closer to the nest. I told my wife, you see this? The entire world, all the animals protect their young ones. Only human beings can discard their child. How can parents hate their own children? Very strange. Only human beings are capable of such things. Okay. So you cannot, ask people, come to me like that. You cannot say, I'll tell you what to do, what not to do. I'll change your fate. All this, it won't work at all, because they won't be concerned at all, and they won't know the seriousness of these things. And when we say something is prefixed, what is prefixed is actually only the past. You cannot change the past. And what do you mean by changing? You cannot change the past is because of the past, the repercussions of whatever was done, that also cannot be changed. It will come after you. But then if you are smart and if you find some ways to decrease the effect of it. Standard examples, we have lots of examples. It's a very often discussed topic. At least you can take a raincoat, you can take a umbrella like that, they'll always say. It won't be the same. I used to, in my consultation, I used to say, we leak the question paper and now the marks will change. But even if I give you the question paper, you still got to study. You still got to practice how to love your father. The question normally will be, I tried to give a gift to my father and he just threw it in my face. He said, get lost. And what do you do now? You're telling me, love your father. And I say, you keep trying. Don't stop. But actually, even I will not know what's going to happen. But what we know from the chart is this, that as soon as the child is born, we can predict this. That is the beauty of astrology. And 80 to 90% it will happen exactly like that. Why? Who is going to take action on it? How do you even know this? Events will turn out like that. Automatically, the father will do something. Then you won't keep quiet. You will start fighting. Okay. This is the horoscope of a man. Okay. I think this is a sensitive topic. We'll change this. How many of you have started using the knowledge that you have obtained in maybe either correcting your own lives, trying to better the karma, trying to protect yourself, make sure there's something called the karma that you are creating now as against. Huh?
I have started.
Very good. Yeah.
So also.
Same here, Guruji.
Yeah. Now, how do you do it? Is thanks. You can please type it out in the chat. It's going to help a lot of people. The real purpose of astrology is only this. There's no other purpose. It's a beautiful information, so easy to learn. You don't have to sit hours in meditation like the Buddha and or like Shirdi Sai Baba type. You go into a forest and be in meditation for many years. When Shirdi Sai Baba looks at a person, you'll know the entire fate, past life, everything you'll know. Instantly you'll know. And for that, it takes a lot of practice and it's a very long route. Only few people are gifted. Astrology is not that difficult. You can actually pick up this knowledge so quickly. And so you can help your relatives, everyone, give counseling. At this rate, it is going towards this. Please change it. Don't fall prey to this. Okay. Okay. In that case, Just a simple combination like this. I'm not going to give you any other clue because we are losing focus if I add more planets. Simple.
5th Lord and 12th?
No, just keep this in mind. This is the position. If this is a real horoscope, this is actually taken from a real horoscope. But, and okay, I'll give you a clue. It's at least from the my point of view, whose horoscope I'm having in my mind is it's a man, male. Now, what would you advise him just for this combination? Anything, whatever comes in your mind. And what will you tell him? Wait a minute. Just start chatting. Chat means in the type. Okay, in the what do you call that? Typing in the chat. Okay, not the actual discussion. Just hold on for 1 minute and finish it off. Then we'll start. Okay, we'll await. So the point is, if this is real, and this is somebody who you know very well, your relative or somebody who has come with great hope, please guide me. I want to change. What are the things you will say? Like, see, there's something that has happened in the past life. You can say, what would you say something about his past life? At least only from this point of view. And then say, in this life, what to expect from this. And therefore, what should you do? And what you should not do. At least 3 points. Okay, just 3 points. And before that, you can talk about what's wrong with this Jupiter. Finish that. One of you can actually raise your hand and talk. Just this one combination, not anything else. No other planets. And surely it is in the Baba chart also in the same place. Okay, so don't ask for degrees and Jupiter's degree, etc. Rashi Baba, same place. So I hope 1 minute, 1 minute can't be over that fast. I think it will take at least 1 minute for 1 minute to be over. So we'll wait.
Would you be able to call out the name, sir, as opposed to people speaking over each other?
Yeah. Now we are all raised your hands, right? One by one, you can do it yourself. I think you can see who has raised his Gautam BV. Then Rupa, then Dhilip Kumar, Rahul P, Tejaswini. No, we're having trouble listening to you, Gautam.
I think his family, his children and his close family relatives is abandoned. Clear now, sir. I think my network is weak. I want someone else to talk, sir.
Okay. Meanwhile, you can type it out. That will be easy. That will make it simple, right? Rupa.
Thank you, sir. So Jupiter in the 2nd house in its own Mool Trikona sign. Since Jupiter is a Karaka also for the wealth, and Jupiter is 5th Lord and Karaka for children. So slightest of affliction to Jupiter means that the person might be having issues with wealth as well as children. And Jupiter's nature is to expand everything. So I would suggest him that he should be speaking less. Unnecessarily, he would be giving gyan to everybody, that he should change that habit. And seeing the whole chart only, we can see if the Jupiter is afflicted, then he is having issues with wealth and children also. But definitely the person speaks a lot, that he should change his
What advice will you say? Do this, do that, or this will help your karma?
So, sir, yes, one thing is that he should be taking God's name a lot, and instead of giving gyan to everybody. And he should also correct his eating habits, because again, the slightest of affliction will be very, very bad for his health because of his bad eating habits. So.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Dhilip Kumar R.
Good evening, Guruji.
Good evening.
Second Lord and fifth Lord is in 12th. So he must be family away from family happiness as well as away from.
So I'll rephrase the question. This person comes to you and you say, okay, I want to change your karma, and I'm going to give you tips on how to change your karma because I noticed these faults. What would you say? What will you ask him? Request him to do certain things, and then say, at least in this matters, you should be careful. Don't do this. You can do this, but not this one. So practical advice plus karma changing advice. That's all. Keep it as simple as that.
Okay. Being second Lord is in 12, he should speak less and feed for children who is having hunger, etc. That will make him overcome that second house matters. Regarding the fifth house is concerned, he has to do charity for the orphanages or childless people.
Okay, orphanages. Okay.
Yeah. And being that Jupiter is in 12th is a good kind of spiritual horoscope. So he has to motivate himself towards salvation or kind of praying for gods. He should turn out his a spiritual person. Then it makes better for him.
Okay. Good.
That's it, Guruji. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what would be his weaknesses? In what area will be his weakness?
Being weakness means a sixth Lord. Jupiter is aspect in sixth. That will be good enough to overcome his weakness. The only thing is speech. He has to speak in a nice manner. So he has to control his speech. And expenditure also he has to control.
Okay, good. We'll ask Rahul. Thank you, Dhilip Kumar.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Thank you. I will give him advice on two things. The first thing, fifth lord in the 12th, that he definitely, he shouldn't expect much on having his children unless he gives donations to orphanages or he should adopt a child, and definitely he should not hate any children for whatsoever.
Hate his own children or outside children?
No, he should not hate any children for
any child. Okay.
Yeah. Any child, yes.
Okay.
And the second is on second lord being in 12th, as people said, he should speak less, he should eat less, or at least sacrifice something that he likes on probably Thursdays, and he should read some old scriptures like Gita or something that will give him some benefit.
Okay.
And in Guru Dasha, he should chant Mahamrityunjay mantra.
Good. 1 minute. I forgot who's next. Rahul Pita. Rahul, thank you. Tejaswini. And we have only 5 minutes left. Then Kishore.
Yes, sir.
Make it short and sweet.
Yes, sir. The advice.
Just say, I want to correct your karma. These are the tips I would like to give you. That's all. In future, these are the things you will not do. You should do this. You should do that. That's all. Straight away, go to that.
If he has to change his karma, he will have to start donating a big time, because Jupiter in the 12th house will anyway lead to a lot of expenditure. If he do it correctly, his karma can be changed. He need to do donations for the orphanages.
Okay, I'll rephrase it. I'll rephrase it for those who did not follow what you said. That is, there is a quota for loss of wealth. Now, that loss of wealth comes from past life something. Now you say, you volunteer and giving it off for good purpose.
Yes.
Punya developing expenses, where it will offset the past life sins. So when you say spend on alcohol, spend on women, spend on this, spend on dance or whatever, everything, all that is useless. Whereas if you spend on children, because you already have your 5th lord in the 12th, it will protect your child.
Yes.
Okay, that's all. Like that. So you'll have to make it, because the lay person, if you take 2nd lord, 5th lord and all that. But I'll tell you a very important idea, which we, borrowed from the Westerner, is that most planets own 2 houses. Always try to club them. Always try to see if you can logically connect both. Like here in this case,
It
it will
is
be
family now.
2 and 5. Kutumba and child. Or Kudumba and something, or money and something of the 5th house. So you can write at least 5 lines for 2-5 connection in your own way, and then say, this is what is going to happen to you, but don't do this, don't do that. Okay, good. You can say some 2 more points before.
Yeah. Yeah, so 2 and 5, if we club, it will make a complete statement to understand it this way, sir. It will be family. Family includes both the father, mother, wife, children,
Yes.
because 5th house is also included. So it is a complete family. So his family is at risk because it is also aspecting the 6th house. There could be some hospitalizations being in the 12th house. So a lot of expenditure, a lot of losses are to happen. So if he right tracks it, the karma can be changed. He must voluntarily do a lot of donations to the orphanages, the old age homes, collectively poor people. If he sees any poor people around him, he can just close his eyes and donate them. And he must do some pilgrimages also with his family. And second house also talks about the eating habits. Since it is Jupiter, there is a chance of him getting obesity. So he needs to control his eating. In the old age home, that may lead to the diabetes and blood pressure and whatnot.
Yeah, he has
to
both
control
of them. He has both of them. He is obese. Okay, good.
Yeah. So he needs to control his eating, and he needs to control his spending and do it in the
right expenditures, not the wastage of money and resource. Suppose I was him and I'm asking a question. I have a doubt. I want to invest in a movie. What would you say?
Definitely, that will give you losses. It will not help you in any way.
You have to substantiate.
It is the 12th house. So 12th house is anyway the pilgrimage and the spirituality related house. So if instead of producing a movie,
you're saying like that. Okay, I'll help you. 2nd house is house of income, and the 5th house is house of speculation, gambling. Movies are at the top end of gambling, because sometimes you invest less and get huge returns. Sometimes you put a lot of money, and families have come to the street after they invested in movies. Okay, it's a very dangerous thing. So you have to say your 2nd lord income and your 5th house lord of movies is in the 12th house, so don't invest. Okay, next. I'm drinking every day. Okay, so now
you should never drink.
You should say
he should completely altogether stop drinking.
Yeah, now you have to say 5th house is house of drinking or addictions. How often do you drink? Then I'm talking on his behalf. I'm drinking every day. I'm drinking for 25 years every day. So now you'll tell, your 5th house of heart, your 5th house of the chest area, whatever is actually heart lung. This one, it's a very important house, the 5th house, because vitality, the sun is there. Because in the Kala Purusha, the 5th house belongs to the sun, the solar system. In the solar system, the sun is the heart. So all this, vitality, everything. So you better give it up. Then next, sir, one new idea has come. Somebody is saying, you give me this money and I will double this in less than 3 months. What do you think? What should we say? Sir, it is undeniable. It's definitely going to happen. I know this person a lot. He never cheats. I've been associated with him for a long time. He's come up with this idea. You just give me this much money and I'll double it and give it to you. What should I do? This is a question to you. Then what will you say? Don't bring in any general advice, because there are people who have made a lot of money through such things. So just talk only from the horoscope.
2nd house of income And fifth house of money, it's again trine. It's gone into 12th house.
Yeah. Gambling. Fifth house is house of gambling. The negative side.
Yeah.
Because
Believing
the second
somebody for the money is also gambling.
Because second lord and fifth lord went to the 12th. The moment it went to the 12th, it will try its best to pick up everything out of the 2 and 5. Because it's just not that, okay, for this Lagna, Jupiter is always good. Now it has become the worst thing because it became the second and the fifth lord. It will let down this person. Okay. So any speculative income is a problem. Children is a problem. And all that matters you can connect to the fifth house. All of them. Like he's drinking, fortunately not smoking, but addicted to it. So people are always who are with this person. Those in the movie world will come, and obviously the temptations. Women will also come. They'll say, "We'll all, why don't you start a movie? We are going to act in your movie and things like that." Oh, is it like that? Then I'll invest. Okay, so then we'll have to say no. Please don't do it. But whether he listens or not, only God actually knows. Nobody will know. Okay. Okay.
So this person can have income from foreign source.
And this person can have
income from foreign source.
Why?
So second lord in 12th is usually income from foreign.
All his income is only from foreign countries. 90%.
This chart is real chart or
this is real.
Is this person has child, sir, or no?
Okay, now there's a nice point. If you say fifth lord in the 12th, you will be childless. You will become a laughing stock. You never tell that to anybody. You just say you're always on the risk of losing a child. You never say you will not have a child. Okay. He lost a child. The child's age was very, in just beginning teenage. Lost a child.
So it may not be completely losing, right? It can also be expenditure to child.
No, it can be. But you should not say that. You should say, see, there is always a possibility of even this, not just going away. So you better go to the orphanage every time regularly. Take 2,000 rupees out of your drinks and go and give it to the child. Do you understand what I'm saying? You should be very strict about all this. If he's going to listen to you, if he's not going to listen to you, maybe you can also sit down and drink with him. You get the point. You say, okay, now let's have a drink, because you are not going to anyway change.
Sir,
and those who do not have these combinations, you should not say again to everybody, don't gamble, don't invest in this and that. There are people who made lots of things out of stock market and so many things. But this guy tried again and again endlessly in stock market. Every time he lost. And then he came and told me the same thing. He gives me feedback. So what happened to the orphanage? For the 10th time, he has asked me, is it very important? Is not my drinking more important than that? You see how karma works? But karma works.
In spite of losing a child, if he questions like this, is donating to orphanage.
That part we do not know. But we as astrologers, we should never give up. We will always continue to harp on the same thing. No. You got somewhere, some grace of God will come, and suddenly the person will realize and say, enough. I'm going to stop all this. I'm going to divert my funds to this place only. Okay.
So this person also could mean adoption. He could adopt a child.
No, normally it's not so easy. So don't confuse people by using that word adoption, because they'll end up not doing anything for the child. So I came up with the idea, at least tell them something where they will do it. You should say, if there is no objection to adoption, that is the greatest remedy. That's the end of every problem. But they won't, because there'll be problems. Like children, when they're in the family, they would never allow their parents to adopt anyone. Oh, just where you went to an astrologer and you're so foolish to listen to him, and you're going to adopt a child and bring the child into the house. And now the property division, this, that, all kinds of things will happen. So the people object. When you meet a couple having no child and they've crossed the biological age, and they themselves have given up, and they're not and then they say, no, we feel very, what they say, our nest is empty. Then you say, please don't miss the opportunity. Please take care of a child. Because the rishis have mentioned, if a grihastha does not take care of a child, this rule is not for sannyas, does not take care of a child, his next world is in hell. For sure, they have written that. I mean, they said that for sure. It will happen. So, if you find any couple who have crossed the biological age, no child, please tell them about this. It's mentioned many times over that you got to take care of a child. Okay. Okay, now this will be the last one, and this will be only quick, only for typing, not so much. I don't have so much time. If this person comes to you, okay, what would you say was done in the past life, and what would you say do in the current life? Or you might be tempted to these things, and what is the way out? Just the simple things. Make it simple. Only this position.
Marriage.
Wait. I'll give you a clue, because let's not go away from the topic. In terms of what was done in the past life, connection to the repercussions, the effects of that, the cause and effect. This was done in the past. In this birth, you will do this. Okay, we'll ask like a question answer type. Will this person drink or smoke?
Drink.
Or have drugs? Or have drugs?
The drugs possible
Drinks and drugs.
Drinks
and drugs.
Okay.
Any kind of
Yeah, please type it out. Please type it out. Any kind of things, right? Any kind.
poison, yeah, poison related.
Yeah.
Like poison ingestion through the mouth.
Correct. Good.
He'll not anything. He'll not.
Okay, now if you meet a person like this, forget the habit. Most probably they wouldn't give it up. But what would you say about what was done in the past life? What do people like this, how do you infer? What is the, you look at any planetary affliction, actually from where does it come? It comes from some deeds done in the past life. So whenever you see this Saturn, Rahu, Ketu on 2-8 axis, don't bother about who the person is. Just tell them, you sold poison in the past life. You used poison. You cheated. You made money out of cheating, because Rahu and Ketu is cheating. Misguidance. But mainly it is poison for your own welfare. But it can be anything. So now what should you do as a remedy? What would you advise? What should you do?
Donating good food, sir.
Donating good food. Okay.
Poison, opposite to poison is milk. Distribute milk to
exactly.
Yeah.
You should say, last time you put poison into other people's mouth, or maybe animals, because in those days, you see how you fish, do the fishing, you have a hook, you put a worm, you put it there, and you take the worm, and soon you will become my food. Cheating. So I want to become rich. I want to have more food in my house. So I deprive you of your food. Hoarding, not giving, and then selling it for higher price. All these things come under this fault, because it is Dhanasthana, second house. So the fault was done in food only. But how do you know whether it was done in food or money matters? Very difficult to tell you. Say, because even if you say this separately, Saturn the second is called one of the big things for poverty, financial difficulties, and so on. So you made the money like that so easy last time. No, this time there'll be punishment. So somebody said milk is the best. Where can you give milk? Give it to where it matters. Give it to where it matters. Now I'll tell you the truth. I'm right now on a horoscope. This person smokes exactly 50 cigarettes every day. Can you imagine that? The person has got 3-4 degrees. Educationally highly qualified. He knows everything. Okay?
So why smoking? Why not drinking? Horoscope wise. Because water sign, I thought it should be drinking.
Okay. I'll tell you one thing. It's very difficult to find out. Okay. I'll also admit that. But I always think Rahu and Ketu is more smoke. Right?
Okay.
Simply smoke. Because, you know, the way, if you picturize the eclipse, you can't really see Rahu and Ketu. But it is so like any smoke or fog, I think, you know, it looks so thin, it's not solid, but it will slow down your car. After that, you cannot drive. It's almost like, oh, there's a wall there, you can't go. Like that. So it's more connected to smoke, but actually, tell you the truth, I change it according to the place people live in. If I come to know they are living in some countries where they have access to drugs, I'll say it's drugs. But they'll get civil, you know. Actually, I don't want to put the entire chart here for some reason. In the chart, I found more clues on why the person is taken to, smoke. But it's just a guess only beyond that point. But at one point, you thought about this chart and all of you said the same thing. But the person is also doing the same thing. You might come across people who are not. Okay. Like if you take, anybody can help me out with Rajinikanth's Lagna. What is the Lagna? Superstar Rajinikanth.
Leo.
Where is Saturn?
Second house. Rahu in 8th. Saturn in second house. Yeah.
Rahu in 8th, is it?
Yes, sir. I remember you told that kidney problem and all.
He doesn't smoke and he doesn't drink.
But still, he had a kidney problem.
No, he smoked and drank a lot.
But he used to smoke and drink a lot in earlier age, sir. Later he stopped.
I'm just joking.
Oh, as a sarcasm. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know, like, just speaking.
No.
And then Guruji, you had also said that even though he has a lot of money, he behaves like he doesn't have that much of money because of Saturn in the second, right? Like he feels like he's still poor.
Yes.
Correct? Right?
Our money is not enough, not content. And Rahu and Ketu are actually liars. Okay? I mean, there are many angles to Rahu and Ketu. So it helps movie people to make money because movie is a lie. And in that, people will argue. Look at the review. It doesn't make any sense. In the review, they'll say, the movie is never supposed to be sense. Say, how can a man fly like that? The whole thing is a drama. Then they'll say, so he'll say, he'll hit 100 people at one shot. He himself says, if I tell once, it is 100 times. Exaggeration is Rahu and Ketu. Like that, you can keep adding. But that's only when you know it's Rajinikanth's horoscope you're discussing. Okay. So
one more point, sir.
Ketu in second, Rahu in second becomes liar. I think more of Rahu in second person will become liar, sir.
More, yeah, exactly. It will be more liars. But in a way, this is also a spiritual axis. This is Rahu and Ketu. So, and the eighth axis, the person can also make a sudden transformation. Now, after the kidney problem, which the kidney problems, the occurrence of kidney problem on this axis is the highest one. The Rahu Ketu on 2-8, maximum it is kidney. So at least if you meet any friend or whoever, you find this combination, then they're drinking, you please tell them, see, now the poison is getting back into your body. It's making you swallow the poison that you gave to others. That's the actual answer. You like it? Wow, so beautiful it is. Alcohol is so nice. Smoke, beautiful. You like it. You know why? The system has set you up. Take it. You gave it to others, right? Now eat it. In those days, these cooks of the royal palace, the fellow, when they find that there is poison, you say, now eat the entire food and die.
Sir, even, Rahu Ketu on 2-8, he should not influence others to either drink or smoke. But I think he did influence people.
Yeah, he influenced lakhs of people. In those days, in my college days, I've told this to many people. In the bike park area, all the students will be throwing the cigarette like this and trying to catch it with the mouth. And they'll say Rajini style. Okay. But I mean, so many reasons are there. Okay. But the point is, the same chart will say why he's an actor. The same chart will say why this problem happened, that problem, everything. So it's actually past life and current life. But if you now you give it up now is not enough. Before this person goes, he has to give back lots of money back to the reversal of this poison. He must come on public and say, I did a stupid thing, that I did all this. I encourage. Now I tell you all young boys, please don't do it. It's the horrible thing. I don't know what are the side effects of these statements. Anyway. Okay. Good. We had I think.
I had a quick question.
Sir,
more?
did he listen to
I had a
you?
quick question, Guruji.
Sir, the person who smokes 50 cigarettes, did he listen to you?
Which one?
At the last horoscope where the person is smoking a lot?
No. He's not bothered. He says, okay, so what? So when I met people who are addicted to this, it's like they are in that Maya. They can't understand it until health reasons forces them to give it up. Till such time, they won't listen. So sometimes astrological consultations are not that useful. You will still draw your own conclusions.
If people won't listen to you, sir, then how would they listen to us?
No. But when the problem comes to them, they will stop, right? Okay.
Sir, one question.
Sir, buddhi karmanusarini, sir. If they have to suffer, if they have to spend so much money on hospitalizations,
that is
they
what
will go through all that and later they will
correct.
get the buddhi.
See, you know that story, that scorpion and that Brahmin student or something in the water. The Scorpio crawls up to his this place, the side of the hand, and it stings. Okay. And because the pain is high, the priest pushes it off. Then it goes and falls into the water, and it starts struggling in the water. And poor thing, the priest will say, oh my God, he's going to die. So he takes the scorpion and puts it back on his palm like this. Okay. Then again,
oh my God.
Again it will bite. Again, by instinct, he'll push it off. Again, he'll take it and put it back. So an onlooker was there. He said, what a fool you are. You know it's biting you, and that, no, but I can't let it die. And then he said, the scorpion is doing its job and I'm doing my job. You understand? So people who have these combinations, they will keep on saying, what is wrong? Nothing is wrong. You make money through illegal means is Rahu and Ketu, 2-8. You cheat others. So what is wrong? It's part of the game. In any business, there will be some amount of cheating. That's why I always tell people, apart from the tax that you pay to the government, you must also pay Saturn tax. You must give it back to the society, how much ever you can. Or at least something you should give. I think Muslims had this formula. I think they have to divide the entire thing into some 5 divisions, and one division is for this, and one division is for the family, something like that. One division for the king, for the family, like that. Something they have done.
Sir, even in Hinduism, it is there, sir.
Yeah, it'll be there in everything, right? Because that's how you run the society. Yes, okay. But we forget. All the festival days, we are supposed to donate food and distribute it to everybody, but we end up eating it and we get all kinds of health problems. Okay.
Sir, one question related to the previous chart which you showed, the previous to previous. That's Jupiter in 12th, 2nd and 5th Lord in 12th.
Okay.
Suppose if that person had a strong 9th house, that is 5th from 5th, Bhavat Bhava.
Okay.
How it can compensate the loss which is going through the 5th house?
Okay. Now I'll tell you what. His 9th Lord is debilitated in the 1st house. Is Nicha. That's why this Ucha Nicha is a big thing in astrology. Swakshetra Ucha Nicha. You go through Brigasutram, please go through it again and see how much importance given to this own house and exaltation. Quite different. Okay. So the ninth lord got debilitated. You didn't notice the point that Jupiter is in a Venus place. What is Venus?
Shatru.
No, not like that. In the context of what we spoke.
Luxury, spending.
Luxury, enjoyment, all kinds of things, Venus stuff, we call it. And Venus for this Lagna, what is it? Good or bad? Already 12th lord. So
Bad,
like
sir.
this, you got to connect that 7th, karma, and 12th house loss. Many of you got it right. When you said they're spending. He's spending on what you should have told me. He's spending on 5th house stuff. But refuses to spend it on children.
Sir, one thing, sir, even if the ninth lord, instead of debilitated, even if it was exalted, this Jupiter will do its job being in the 12th
It will do its job, but this Bhavat Bhavam thing always is a reconfirmation. It's like saying just in case. Maybe there's some compensation.
That was my question, sir. If it was in the own house, suppose.
Yeah, correct. Nice. All of you are
Guruji,
getting a lot of...
I have a question for that specific placement, Guruji, with your kind permission. If Jupiter was in its own nakshatra, would the impact be lesser? Because
Jupiter in own nakshatra.
Yeah, in that house.
No, I don't think if you use the nakshatra concept, you will miss the main message, Kishore. You should not go to that level. Stick to Parashari astrology as much as you can. Use it only in the stack up. But tell you the truth, I don't know. I don't have that person's chart right now. But this is a tough case for me because in spite of many consultations, the person somehow seems to not just give you should use the word, just give a damn to any of these remedies. Okay.
No, maybe if that person had a good ninth house, unlike he had a debilitated one, he would have listened to what others taught or...
Yeah, possible, because the ninth house is house of listening. So what recently he did, again, somebody conned him and he said there was a fantastic offer, you can never refuse it. That kind of an offer. I gave the money and only 3 days later I find that he's a cheater. And I'm not going to get the money back.
Can we also give remedies based on just Jupiter's karakatas, like Vedic literature or traditional literature, and donating yellow clothes, wearing
No. You cannot. No. In that, you should never donate yellow. You should retain yellow. You should not donate yellow. You should not donate your functional benefics which has gone to 12th house.
Okay.
Never donate that.
So he should wear yellow then.
You should wear yellow sapphire on his index finger. Bring in more gold on his body and those kind of things.
And donate sweets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if in case if it was a Taurus ascendant and Mercury in 12th, then that person should retain green.
Which one?
If it's just opposite, like if it was a Taurus ascendant and Mercury in 12th, 2nd and 5th lord again.
Yeah, retain green. Never give away. There, give away yellows, give away reds, because red is 6th lord and 11th lord, and a very bad planet for this Lagna because this is a green planet and red is opposite.
There is a Taurus ascendant, red is opposite means Mars. Okay.
Mars.
Give away.
Sir, but if it is a 6th lord in the 12th house, will we retain the red or will we give out the red, sir?
No.
I mean, if it is Mars.
The giving and praying and all that is not based upon planetary positions. Planetary positions reconfirm something. The giving, all of this is coming from functional malefics. No gems of functional malefic should be worn under any condition. And only the gems that are related to functional benefic should be worn. And if they are badly placed and weak, you must compel them to wear it. If they're well placed, you can say, though it is indicated, you need not wear it. If you choose not to wear it, fine.
So functional malefic gems during Dasa also can't be worn, or during the respective Dasa can be?
No, at all times. Don't you want that advantage all throughout your life or only in one Dasha? But of course, you can make it better by telling, you have not been wearing so far, that's all right. But will you not wear it when the Dasha itself is on? When your Jupiter Dasha is on, will you not wear your 2nd lord and 5th lord in the 12th gem? Because he's so weak. He wants help. He's trying to take help. So stop the the leakage of the 12th.
Guruji, I have one doubt regarding that. The same concept is also extended to the days of the week, right?
Which one?
The same concept of functional benefic versus malefic is also extended towards favorable days in the week for that particular person, right?
Towards favorable
days.
Days, yeah. Favorable days, favorable gems, favorable paintings. There are a lot of plants and trees connected to the to these planets. If you can Google and search, all of that should be considered as strengthening the lagna. Strengthening the
I
lagna.
want to add something, or I want to maybe discuss this with you. If Dr. Soumya, Ayurvedic doctor, is there, if she's here, maybe if she can give her inputs also, it would be great. When I went to my Ayurvedic doctor, my Ayurveda doctor, she always told me to wear the colored clothes. I mean, the color of that day's clothes all the time. Now we have made it a point that in our family, all of us wear the same color clothes that particular day. If it is a Saturday, we all wear blue. It is like that. So should we do that, or should we
never do it? Never do
malefic
it. Because your lagna is permanent. You never should wear the colors of your
of the days.
Those planets that are connected, the colors connected to the planets that are declared as functional malefics.
Guruji, but in this case, there is one contradiction, because let us say Mars is a functional benefic. It's a yoga karaka, but we say that on Tuesdays we are not supposed to do anything auspicious, right?
No, that is only for beginning the regular Muhurta matter. But even then, that person will get good news on Tuesday.
Okay. But we are not supposed to start.
No. There are many things you can do on a Tuesday for these people. You can start a medication. You can go to the hospital. So many things can be done on Tuesday. Fight for justice. Many things. But Tuesdays and Saturdays are rejected normally in Muhurta. We won't take a chance. There are big rules in Muhurta books.
Okay,
sir. So you said for functional malefic colors, we should not use at all, be it the gems or the clothes or anything like that.
Yes, exactly. All these rules vary every day. This one. You go and tell a politician, today you wear a BJP flag, tomorrow you put Congress flag, day after tomorrow you put communist flag. What will you do?
Great analogy.
Like that. Do you understand? Yeah. How can it be like that? That planet is against you. I'll give you a clue on how to develop that further and make it better. That is, on days like Saturday, Saturn is a bad planet for you, for a person, Meena Lagna person. On Saturdays, if he gives away black things, it's very good. On that day, if he wears black, Saturn will get extremely wild.
Oh, so all the malefics on the particular day, we can donate it. That's good for you.
Exactly. And how can you wear it on that day?
Oh, that's what we have been doing.
Yeah, don't blame these people. It is not their subject. You understand? It's not their subject. They will not know.
Sir, but all our politicians wear universally white.
That's good. No, any day white is good.
White is a different kind. White is a different color. But white is usually, it actually matches their horoscope somehow. If they're a successful politician, they must be having sun strong or sun connected to livelihood, or maybe it is a benefic. So many reasons might be there. Okay, we have things like, some people say white is not even a color. So, it's neutral like that. So many arguments are there about white. Okay, but about black, I'm pretty sure it is a very strong thing, because even psychologists believe in the energy of black. Recently, Jaggi Vasudev, who says never believe astrology, he spoke in a video, it's available, don't wear black clothes. Okay.
Yes, sir. He said it attracts the negative energy.
Even for a Makar Lagna, not Makar Lagna, even for a Kumbha Lagna, I tell them to wear only blues, but don't wear blacks and ash color. Okay. So there are some nice ideas, but the problem is, in India, everybody is an astrologer and a doctor. That's a problem.
Guruji, I will say that in this particular topic, your concepts are one of the best to understand, because there's so much of confusion out there. Even good astrologers, so-called good astrologers, don't have their concept clear. They will recommend gemstones of functional malefics, saying that it will heal that energy, which is not correct. Your logo example or analogy is very, very useful in understanding that. Don't wear.
I make it simple because I just compare it with, people say, is there so much power in colors? I say, yes, there is. I'll prove to you. Just put one particular flag right now in front of my car on top of that, that bumper, and see, everything will change. The policeman will look to the other side as soon as he sees the flag. Because he says, why should I get into trouble with this guy? I've actually driven in cars like that. The drivers, when they cross the red line, the place where they should, in the red light, no problem. The police will just look at some other side as though such a thing never happened. When these people with this color dress or this particular flag or this symbol, when they go to one particular place, they get a lot of importance. That's why 50%, I think they said, you should be well dressed for the occasion, right? Your what is that? Your dress is 50% your personality. So they always tell me, why are you like this? Why don't you have some, all this? Why don't you look like an astrologer? I remember when I was in a consultation, a couple had come for a direct consultation. As soon as I sat down and I kept all the books in the proper place, they said, when is the astrologer coming? When I said, I am the astrologer. And they were looking at each other. Oh my God, we made a mistake coming here. Why I'm not dressed up like an astrologer? That's why. So dress, color, appearance, all this makes a big difference. If Saturn is malefic, for women, I always say, put your hair back and tight and keep it there. Don't put it in the front. Don't increase the black all over your face.
And also in Tamil Nadu, if you are an astrologer, you should wear this holy ash, chandan, kumkum, rudraksha, all those things you are missing, sir.
I have all of that. It's only in my puja I do it.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah.
You see, once a couple had come for a consultation. Happened very long time ago. It was for their son. They were having the son was having a love affair, but soon it turned out, they didn't know how to handle it. So they had come for a consultation. And those days I was continuously going to Hanuman temple. Okay? Because I had my own problems. Saturn's influence was there and all that. Almost every day to Hanuman temple. And so this is the background. And then when I did the horoscope reading, I told these two people will surely marry. You cannot stop the marriage. This boy and that girl. Then this father and mother, they said, we've been to an astrologer who told just the opposite of what you said. I said, so what? Opinions can change. Differ. But then she said, you know what? This person is a Hanuman Bhakta. He has a big Hanuman photo behind him. And there's a separate room for Hanuman. And after reading 5 charts or 10 charts, he says, I have to get energy from Hanuman. And he will go inside, close the door. Then after 10 minutes, he'll come out. Meanwhile, another 10 people will be waiting outside. Lot of rush. Not like you only have one, nobody here at all as your client. Only we have come. At least at any given point, there will be 30 to 40 people. I said, fine. So when he told about this, Hanuman actually speaks through him because of his devotion. I got a little confused. What will you say if Hanuman speaks through somebody? Will you not be scared to contradict Hanuman? Yes or no?
Yeah.
True.
And that too, I'm going to a Hanuman temple every day. I don't know what to do now. But I already made the statement, these two people are going to get married. And this Hanuman Bhakta, who is non-stop doing Hanuman Puja, tells this marriage will never happen. So that day, next day, for almost 5-6 days, I didn't sleep properly. I was thinking Hanuman is now going to come with this guy, that, and then finish me off. How can you contradict me? After you come to know that I have told it, you should have reversed it. After 10 days, this couple came back to give me the wedding card invitation. Please come for the wedding. We couldn't stop the marriage. My son did this. So we wanted to save my son. So we are going ahead. Then again, I went back to that meditative state, trying to figure out what's really happening. So, what do you think?
Somebody is lying big time in the name of Hanuman.
Now, how will you know before the event? Because the prediction went wrong, I know it was not Hanuman, right? At that time, how will you know? It could be also, right? Then I did a lot of research on this. I met many people, and then I found out God never speaks through anyone. Except extraordinarily the topmost people. Only through that God speaks, it seems. And not for astrology purpose. Okay.
Even the topmost person says, God is not speaking through me, but he gave indication. He just says,
this is something that many people have used for cheating others, right? I'm God. Once you get this into your mind, whoever goes and sits in front of him, they'll be overwhelmed with this, like, oh my God, this is so strong feeling that there is Hanuman there. Okay. So, somebody, Kishorji, mentioned Navaratna ring. So there was one person who accompanied me when I went to Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's ashram. He was wearing a Navaratna. So anybody crosses him, they'll do like this and laugh inside the cupped hand. What a joke this is. He's wearing Navaratna. Then he asked me, why are they laughing at me? Navaratna, how can 9 planets be your friends? Will they not fight between each other? Will you put all the political party symbols in one room in your political office? No, only one is lucky. There was a very large gathering in Vellore once, about, I think, maybe 600 or 700 people. It was an open place, not even an auditorium. There, one guy said, what nonsense are you telling? From my grandfather days, we are all wearing Navaratna. Okay. Then I told him about the ascendant and all that. He says nothing. It's just, it'll please all the planets. So it's very difficult to convince people. So difficult. Once you believe it, it's like that. Now, if you believe that hard work will give you success, that's also a good attitude. But there are times when even that will also fail. So that's why I told in the beginning, So our world is based upon our faith. What do you believe in? I believe in this. Once I got one photo of 2,600 alcohol bottles, 2,700, something like that. One image. So high resolution. You can zoom in and see the alcohol bottles. Why so many is existing? because each feels only that one is correct. And what does it contain? Different thing. The same
Poison.
alcohol. No, the
Different
same alcohol.
variety.
Okay, if you want to say poison, fine. But it just contains alcohol. But you ask the person who's consuming it, he'll say, I'll only consume this. I won't consume the other. So like that, you like only Hanuman. You like only Durga. You only like Krishna. Some are, you can take anything. You can take this, that. So always, think about that, Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutana. Okay. So please don't try to convince everybody. What you're doing is important to you. Unless the other person asks. That's why you say, never give an advice until what?
Asked for.
Yeah, that is just a joke. Who needs your advice? So to this man, I asked him simply his date of birth and this and that. I acted as I'm going to give him a reading. And I told, I'll tell you your lucky number. I did some, I closed my eyes, thought about it, and then said, okay, now I'm going to tell you your lucky numbers. To that guy who was wearing Navaratna. I said 5. Oh, very good, sir. 5 and Romba Pudikam. Wait, not 5. Just 5 alone. 5. I thought about it like this. Then I said some other number. Then I added one more number. You need to have good memory of what numbers you said. And I kept telling, finally I ended up telling all the numbers from 1 to 9. He was having his mic. In the audience they give the mic. And he said, how can all the numbers be lucky for me? For 5 minutes, people clapped. Non-stop clapping. Only then he understood the joke. So believe in all these things, that lucky paintings for a single white horse for Makara Lagna, the Yadi for Rishabha Lagna or Tula Lagna. All of that, please learn everything. The ox for the decorated ox for Kumbha Lagna and so on. Okay, don't miss anything that can help you. Okay, so we'll end the discussion today. We'll see
Guruji,
you
I had
again.
a very quick question.
No.
Sir, I have
Okay, we'll stop
not
now.
a question, a request.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a request with you, sir. Hello?
Yes, tell me.
Sir, we have been waiting for your videos in Patreon to be uploaded, sir. It's a long time, I believe. The last video was in, I think, July 10th or 16th, sir. I've been only revisiting the old videos again and again.
I uploaded 2 today, I think.
Oh, today you have uploaded. Okay, sir, I'll visit them.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, thank
What
you.
paint you said for Tula Lagna, sir? Yardi, something like that.
Yardi. Yeah. It is a lion with an elephant's trunk. You will see it in all the the temples. I think in the side you can see. It will be like.
Sir, what is it for Kadagalagnam, sir?
For Kadagalagnam, the main thing is the mountain ram.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Then you have deer. You have decorated elephant. That Trishur type, the Trishurpuram elephant.
Okay,
but it cannot be elephant that is wild in the forest. It should be along with human beings. That painting should be along with human beings. See, you can use these ideas. I'll tell you the simplest way to accept the greatness of a picture. Anyone? Any idea? Picture, example, just this picture can do so much.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, Guruji.
Okay, that's one way. Yeah.
That reflects the similar energy which we are reverberating in our bodies.
Yeah. No, general pictures I'm saying, not about astrological pictures like white horse or this decorated elephant or all of that. Generally, see, when I was trying to go for this weightlifting classes, they always had the world champions photos on the side. So we always look at them and try to lift weights.
Subconscious mind, Guruji?
Yeah, subconscious mind, and also there's a conscious mind. It drives you. It motivates you. So something about it. So this is at the gross level I'm telling, but astrological things work at the subtle level. Okay.
Guruji, what is the basis for arriving at these pictures for different lagnas?
Again, functional benefits.
No, like elephant and horse.
The planets have been connected to these animals, and these are all taken from Rig Veda.
Guruji, for so what does the Taurus people do, sir? Because the Lagna Lord itself is a malefic for them.
Yeah, you have other ones, no? You have Saturn, the decorated ox. Okay. Yeah, we'll come back. Don't worry. We'll have many more sessions. Right. Yeah. So, Kishorji, who will count down?
I'll do it, Guruji.
Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, sir.
Hari Om.